need to focus on is to not ramble. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kenisha from Keysha Zone. If it's your first time here on my channel, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe and join us here. If this is your first video, I guess this is like a good video to find out more about me and my life, because a lot has happened these last couple of months, good and bad, and I just want to update you guys before I put any more vlogs out or just any more content out, so that you just know where we are at. I'm sorry if I do take a lot of like breaths in this video. I'm gonna try to cut it out as much as possible, but this baby, this is my second pregnancy, and this baby's really, I've been having shortness of breath since like the beginning of my pregnancy. So I'm gonna try to cut like all that out, but if it stays in, it stays in. This is my late afternoon snack because it's like 4 o'clock right now. This is some mozzarella balls with cherry tomatoes and balsamic vinegar, salt, garlic salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. And just, you know, if you're pregnant, make sure the cheese is pasteurized and all that good stuff. So don't worry about me, guys. Like, I'm good. Hold on, let me just get one bite. Oh no. Okay. And for a drink, I have a banana milkshake. It turned a little bit pink because there was some random 2 strawberries just staring at me on the counter, so I threw them in as well. That might not go together, but in this pregnancy world, it does. Okay, so let's get into it. Grab your snacks, grab your drink, get ready while you're listening to this video. Chill out during your lunch break. Let's get into it. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of really everything that I need to explain, because it was gonna be a surprise for this year. But I don't know if I talked about it really on the channel, but my husband got a new job title last year, which we would have assumed would have allowed us to stay in Kansas for 2 to 3 more years. So that happened in June. So in September, we were looking into building a house. And so we started. And I'll put some clips in and stuff, because obviously up until a certain point, we were under the impression that we were building this house. The right one, yeah. So this is the pantry. This will be my pantry. Walk-in pantry. So that's the garage. This is the laundry room. Bedroom. Bed hier. Dresser daar tegen. En dan deze is wat ik wil. This is the walk-in closet. Dus deze helemaal. Zo. Ja. Hier een huge mirror. En hier in het midden zo'n bankje dat je op kunt zitten.
Is that going to be like separating the toilet and the bed?
Yeah, I think so. I was excited about the fact that we were building a house, but at the same time, it's going to sound super strange, but at the same time, I never really fully connected with the house. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's like, because everything was going so fast, certain design decisions were already made, and I just didn't care. Even though it was really not what I wanted, I just didn't care. You get what I'm saying? Like the, I forget what it's called, but the lining around the windows, I wanted that to be black, but the builder had already ordered the white ones. So instead of just like prolonging the process, I was like, yeah, okay, it's fine, the white ones. You get what I'm saying? But when you're building a house, you're supposed to really like, if that's something that you want, that's something that you want. And even though that was something that I wanted, it didn't feel like, I don't know how to explain. Anyway, so it was a nice, like, cute little starter home. I think it was going to be like 2,000 square feet, 2,300 maybe. I'm not too sure. A nice, like, you know, when you come in, there's a level, obviously, the first floor. And then you have the basements. It was going to be 5 bedrooms, 1 office space. The kitchen a little bit smaller, but a beautiful open kitchen with a walk-in pantry. That was one thing that I really wanted, a walk-in pantry. The builder provided us with a huge walk-in closet, a bathroom with 2 sinks for the master, something that we didn't have, a 3-car garage. It was just like, we were doing this, right? Fast forward to, nobody knew about this. The only person that knew about this was my dad, because he was here in November, December, and we were like, you know, checking up on the house regularly. And we also had to have a meeting with the builder during that time, so he was with us. Yeah? Okay, so then January came. Benjamin left the country. That sounds so dramatic. Benjamin left the United States to go to Canada. To help out the site over there. He was gone for about 16 days. And when he came back, he was very, like, I don't want to say moody, but like even more calm than he usually is. And he's a very calm person. He came back the day before Valentine's Day. So on Valentine's Day was our first day, like, all together again. And he told me, I'm going to have to break some news to you. It was the worst Valentine's Day. Because he didn't even give me, like, a gift. He didn't even give me, like, flowers or a freaking card to, like, soften the blow. But anyways, he turns around and tells me that the Wichita site is shutting down in June. So basically, you know, everybody is without a job come June. And so I was like, okay. That means that we're leaving Kansas. So that means that the house is not going to happen. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that he's not going to be without a job. I know he works his butt off. I know he's a very valuable asset to the company. He's young. He's got innovative ideas. They need him. So I wasn't too worried about that. I was more worried about, okay, so now the house that we have been building, we're not going to be building anymore. So how does that, you know, we're contractually binded to that. How is that going to work? And also, where are we going to be moving to? Because now, obviously in January, we got pregnant. So it was really important to still be in a good location and not just move random to a state that we didn't really know or didn't really have like a good feeling about, because now it's not only us and Idris, it's us, Idris, and a whole new baby. I just wanted to say that about his job. Then going back to January, I decided on December 31st, I told Benjamin, I said, you know what, I really feel like over the past couple of months, there's been a lot of like signs for me to really see that yes, Idris is meant to be a big brother, and I want to go for a second child. And so that happened in January. And when Benjamin broke the news, I was already like, we already knew that I was pregnant. We already had like our first appointment, I even think. So I was like 8 weeks or something at that point. So I was just worried about that. Where are we going to live? And do we need to pay a fine to the builder or whatever? Anyways, that all worked out. It feels like every month there's something else. And then we roll into March. And on the 4th of March, we woke up to the news. Okay. Okay, if I think about it too long, my heart is gonna get connected to my brain, and I really have to talk in my brain level. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but we woke up in the morning of we woke up on the morning of the 4th of March with the news that Benjamin's dad passed away. Okay, 1 second. I need to regroup. Hold on. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay, guys. Hold on. I need to talk with my brain. So even though Benjamin's dad was not in good health, and we were very much aware of that, and every day with him, you know, was a blessing, it still came. Oh my God. Okay. It still came as a huge surprise. And I mean, I say he wasn't in good health, but it was not that he wasn't like in a wheelchair or anything like that.
What is
sweetie?
The colors fishy.
The fishy game? Come here. You want to taste?
Yeah, but the fishy game.
I'll go get it. You want to taste?
The smoothie.
Well, it's a milkshake. A banana milkshake. You like
A
it?
banana milkshake.
That's right.
Yeah.
One more time, and then we go get the fishies. Let's go get the fishy game. Let's go. Okay. So as I was saying, even though I'm telling you guys he wasn't in good health, I don't want to make it seem like he was in a wheelchair or on an oxygen tank or anything like that. That wasn't the case. He was still just up and walking around, but he was. I keep saying he was a heart patient for a number of years, still a heavy smoker, which is very common in the Turkish culture. But it was the sweetest, kindest, like the most gentle, not a gentle giant because he's not big at all. He's smaller than me, but just like a little cuddle bear. And so, hold on, I need to catch my breath. So when we got the call, obviously, besides being at 6 a.m., besides being shocked, we just knew that we had to get on with business immediately. So we, started looking for flights for Benjamin. The most important thing was for Benjamin to be in Turkey because the funeral was going to be in Turkey. He did pass away in Belgium, but obviously they all end up going to Turkey. If you are aware, within Islam, it is the norm for you to get buried within 3 days. So Benjamin was able to get on a flight Wednesday at 12 p.m., I believe. He was there to be there with his family and to be able to bury his dad. And I know that he broke down, while he was there, obviously. But when he came back, he was very, I can get through this. Okay, I'm trying to do this fast, but I don't know why I get stuck up on things. When he came back, he was very normal. He was able to talk to me about, stuff that happened there and all that good stuff. But oh my God. So I'm not dealing with it well. And I don't know if it's like a combination of the pregnancy hormones and, okay, just a disbelief that he's not here. Also the fact that we were planning on going to Belgium this year during the month of May and June, actually like towards the end of Ramadan, to surprise the family. And you know, we had it all planned out because from Benjamin's side of the family, there's only one sister that's been able to really see Idris like in person. Everybody else, including Benjamin's dad and mom, only see Idris via FaceTime. And so, you know, everything was going to happen this year. So it's just so heartbreaking that this happened like 2 or 3 months before we could have been there. But with the pandemic, I don't think that we would have even been able to travel to Belgium, to be honest. We ended up not booking our flights anymore. I think I just have a hard time just like wrapping my head around everything and it all happening so fast, and that I'm the only one that Benjamin has 6 siblings, okay? One other is a boy, so he has an older brother. The older brother only has girls, so we are the only ones to have a boy that would be his namesake, and he has never seen his namesake. And that's just the one part that always kills me. And now, you know, after we found out that I'm having another boy, this would have been his 14th grandchild. He passed away before we could even tell him that, you know, we were expecting. So now I have 2 boys that will carry on his last name, and he has never seen them in real life, you know, hold them, touch them. So that's, you know, let me just... Then on his way back home to us from Turkey, his flight had to be rerouted, had to go back to Turkey because something was wrong with the air pressure in the cabin. Everybody was like yelling and screaming that their, you know, airs were gonna pop, their heads felt like it was gonna burst, there was smoke coming from the motor. So it could have, the whole trip could have really been even more life-changing than it was. When Benjamin got his new flights, it was actually on the morning of Friday that Trump said he was going to close the borders, that midnight nobody could get in anymore. I'm just happy that Benjamin made it home. And now we're on a new adventure because we now are sure where we're moving to. There was a chance that we would have left Benjamin's current company and gone with a different one, and then we would have actually ended up moving to Las Vegas. But we are sticking with his current company, and I hope everybody knows by now we're like everything's going, so I can say it, but we're moving to Jacksonville, Florida, which is a blessing because we're going to be on the East Coast, which means it's easier for people, you know, that travel to us to get to us. They don't have to get another flight to then come to the Midwest like they would have to do now. Also, I'm going to be closer to family. My only grandparent that's still living, my grandma, lives in Florida. And I have my cousins well, the closest cousin is in Georgia. The other ones are like, you know, Maryland and all that stuff. So it's a little bit farther out. But I'm gonna be back on the East Coast, so that I'm really happy about that. I'm excited. So we are looking to hopefully buy a house once we get there. We will be staying in a short-term rental situation for a couple of months, and hopefully we can get, you know, the process going and buy a house. We're not looking to build anymore because that would take a whole nother, you know, year or 6 months. The only way we would end up being in a new build house is if the house was being built right now and we come in like at the end, you know, just the closing and maybe the final touches, we would be able to decide, but not fully built from scratch, if that makes sense. I think that's it, guys. I think that was all that I had to update you about. And now I can, you know, put out my moving vlogs and content, and you guys will understand where I'm going and what's happening. So thank you so much for watching. I know it was a little bit all over the place. Like I said, good news, bad news, highs and lows. We're moving to Jacksonville. We're going to end on a positive note. We're moving to Jacksonville. My husband is doing good. Idris is doing good. Baby's doing good. I'm in good health. SubhanAllah. Yeah. I will see you in the next video that's a little bit more upbeat. I do appreciate you so much for watching. Bye, guys.